Vishal Kokar not looking really comfortable out there. Not the best of starts for him. He's already considered 20 runs of his first spell. Ends the over with the dot ball. That's a good delivery. But we haven't seen the best of Vishal Kokar yet. With that, over number 3 comes to an end. Maharashtra 30 for none.
ஹலோ அதான் சார் லைன் இப்போ திடீர்னு கட் ஆகி வந்து நீங்கள் என்ன செக் பண்ணீங்களா சரி 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 ஓகே 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 அப்படியா ஆமாம் சரி நான் பண்ணுறேன் சரி ஓகே ஓகே சரி ஓகே ஹலோ சொல்லுங்கண்ணா வந்துச்சுண்ணா வந்துட்டார் இப்போ தான் வந்தார்
கேமரா 5 பா
Bowling change for the first time today. Siddharth Gurvinder Singh, the left arm spinner, has been introduced for the first time. Bowling change for the first time today. Siddharth is someone who has got a lot of experience in his account. Played the senior level. Starts off with the dot ball. That's a good delivery, wonderful delivery from Siddharth Singh. Bag right on the money. Aggressive field set for these two right-handers and an ideal situation for Siddharth to experiment with his bowling. Again, that was a quicker delivery this time, completely deceived the batter. Wonderful bowling from Siddharth. He's a thinking bowler. He's someone who has got a lot of variations and somebody who is courageous enough to give enough loop to the deliveries. Sometimes bowls it really flatter. Really good when it comes to mixing and matching. So far this has been a good over from his side. On the other hand, we can see glimpses of brilliance from these Maharashtra batters. Both of them has got out to a flying start. It will be interesting to see how they approaches their game against this left arm spinner. Flatter delivery, but there is protection in the square leg region. Akash Kargave keeps it down just for a single day. Sir?
That's weight. That's weight. Okay.
First boundary of this over. This time slightly short pitch delivery and put away. Beauty, that's an absolute peach. Let's come up for a referral there. Will this be the first wicket of the day?
Stand by. It's not out. I can see the leg inside the crease.
Great over from Siddak came to an end. Only 6 runs came off that over. That's played on the onside. With a lot of confidence and elegance. Bhupendra into his second over was slightly on the expensive side. Considered 10 runs off his first. Testing conditions for the fast bowlers because it's really hot and humid out there. Worked on the offside, straight to the fielder for just a single. These two batters are looking really comfortable out there in the centre. Bandari, Mandar and Bhavan Ankit, both of them producing runs on the board, keeping the scorecard moving. They're making sure that they're not only playing those boundaries and sixes but also rotating the strike really well. That's an important aspect, and being said that, that's been dispatched for a maximum. A wonderful pickup shot from Bandari Mandar and great use of the bottom hand. Again, not the best of bowling from Bhupendra there. Slightly on the expensive side. Again, that was a good delivery, but sweetly negotiated by the batter for an easy single there. All of a sudden, Pondicherry bowlers are put under some pressure by these two, Bhavan and Bandari. Both of them off to an explosive start. Making full use of the power play, run rate over 10. That's a magnificent shot, a shot of improvisation from the batter. Never easy playing that kind of a shot against a fast bowler who is running in. That was a premeditated shot played to perfection. Brilliant batting this from Bhavan Ankit. Turning out to be another expensive over from Bhupendra's side. Already gone for 23 so far. Slashed away, slashed hard. Sweeper fielder will cut it off. An expensive over from Bhupendra comes to an end. After 5, the score is 50 for now.
मनी सोया नहीं है खाना नहीं खाएगा वो नहीं
Don't clear.
नहीं ना
Don't go. What is it? Don't like umpiring. Don't.
मुझे नहीं था सर ये बा
Another bowling change we are in for the final over of the power play as Bharat Bhushan
இருக்கிற வேலையில மூச்சு
has been introduced into the attack. Right arm mystery bowler Bharat Bhushan introduced for the first time today. More of a defensive field set, there is no slip in position. Two fielders outside the circle are long on and a deep mid wicket. Trying to steal away a single, but brilliant effort there by Arun Karthik. Keeps it down for a dot ball. Good start for the proceedings by Bharat Bhushan. Always a difficult bowler to take charge against. And hits that straight to Akash, the backward point region. That's a wonderful pickup shot. That's his strong side. Played that with a lot of confidence and power. Excellent use of the bottom hand. It was slightly over pitch delivery and completely capitalized by the batter. Bharat Bhushan for his fourth ball of the last over of the power play. That's a good delivery, this time slightly slower, slightly back of the leg delivery, not giving a lot of room for the batter to free his arms. Other than conceding a 6, this has been a decent enough over from Bharat Bhushan. Again, that's not the best of deliveries. Picked that up really well. Was asking for hitting. Was asking to be hit. Plays it really well. All of a sudden, a good over has turned out to be an expensive one with 10 runs coming already. Hasn't done a lot of mistake, but credit has to be given to the batter Bhavan and Keith for converting those two deliveries for a maximum and a boundary. Slightly back of the length, much quicker, flatter, ends that over with a dot ball, and we are done and dusted with the power play. After 6, the score is 60 for none. Now the fielders are spread out, and we are seeing another change in the bowling. Krishnadat Pandey for the first time today. Another experienced campaigner for the Pondicherry state side, coming with plenty of cricketing knowledge. He has got that ability to pick up wickets. He is a strike bowler. One of the key all-rounders in the side, Krishnadat Pandey. He is someone who is courageous enough to try his variations, go for those slower deliveries. It will be interesting to see how he approaches the game, as this is a flat wicket, doesn't offer much for bowlers. So you have to be really critical in terms of your line and length. Margin for error is really less. Starts off with a good delivery, slashed hard. Work for the covers fielder who cuts it off. Really well in the end. That's a good throw through. Krishnadat Pandey starting off giving a single. Again plays it really well. Work for the sweeper fielder who cuts it off eventually, but 2 runs taken quite comfortably there. Could have been a better effort there by the fielder, but running between the wicket has to be commended. Pace off. That's a good change now from Krishnadat Pandey. This is where something he's really good at. He has those variations and he definitely knows how to use them. He's a clever bowler. He has the knack of picking up wickets.
எங்க விடுமோ எதுக்கு விடுது It's not a wide, still decent. Maybe lost way.
Good over so far from Krishnadat Pandey. That's an equally brilliant shot. Could have been a better effort there in the third man region. First boundary of this particular over. Nothing wrong with the delivery. Slashed hard against the bowler, but was not the best of efforts there in the third man region. And now you can see a change in the fielding. Third man being brought inside the circle. Mid wicket taken back. And the slower delivery. This time it goes straight to Farooq. Next covers region for top book. Really hot and humid out there. Good shot punched on the back foot. Just for a single. A good over from Krishnadat Pandey comes to an end. After 7, the score is 68 for none.
Okay. இப்போ நான் இந்த ரெண்டு பேசுனா இதை செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு கட்டி கொடுக்கணுமா இப்போ வந்து கட் கொடுத்தா போது கட்டு கட்டு
ஓகே இன்னைக்கு இதை செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு கட் கொடுக்குறோம்.
பண்ணிட்டு இந்த கட்டு கொடுத்தா இது அப்புறம்
ஓகே
இது பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிறோம். அடுத்த கட்டு கொடுத்தா ஆப்போசிட் ஆகும்.
சரி ஓகே நான் பார்க்குறேன். இப்போ போட்டு சாப்பிட்றேன்.
Another change in the bowling. Farooq is the new bowler. And it's a cheeky shot. Don't bother running that, that's a boundary. That's a quicker delivery from Farooq. Work the way towards the third man for a boundary. What a way to welcome the new bowler.
ஓ ட்ராக் பண்ணல.
Farooq is one of the most experienced players in the side. Having represented Pondicherry over the years, he is coming with plenty of experience up his sleeves. Seasoned campaigner. Holds it outside the off stump. Not giving much air to the ball, bowling it flatter, quicker. It will be really interesting to see how bowlers approaches their game in kind of a wicket like this, where it doesn't offer much for any bowlers. It be fast bowlers, spinners. It's a flat surface. We have seen runs flowing in the first game where Vidarbha and Jharkhand made more than 190. And the flat delivery, that's a huge appeal, and up goes the finger. That's a great effort by Farooq, and he has produced the breakthrough. First wicket goes down. Bandari Manda, after giving a solid start, now has to walk back to the dugout. It was a great catch by the wicket keeper Yash Avinash Yadav. It's a quicker delivery by Farooq. Farooq with the breakthrough. A much needed one for Pondicherry. With the toss deciding to field first. Hasn't been the ideal start for them. But this wicket will definitely give them a lot of confidence to further attack and try their variations. Playing some mind games here, Farooq. Trying to get inside the head of the batter. Mid wicket has been taken back to square leg region. Two fielders outside the circle on the onside. Bowls it away from the hitting arc. That's a good delivery. Not happy with the effort. He is not at all happy with the effort of Krishnadat Pandey. That should have been a dot ball. Standing inside the circle. plays it late. Sweeper fielder will cut it off just for a single. Very good over this in the context of the game for Farooq. Was only given 7 runs, picked up a wicket, and has definitely restricted this flow of runs. Bowls it really well to end the over. A wonderful over from Fabit comes to an end, and after 8 the score is 75 for 1. Siddiq Gurvinder Singh in for his second over. Change of ends for him, and now we are seeing spin from both ends. With Farooq produced the necessary breakthrough. Chuka delivery, couldn't get the best of connection. That's a wonderful bowling from Siddiq. And now we have the seasoned campaigner coming with a lot of experience. Kedar Jadhav, someone who has represented the Indian cricket team over the years. One of the familiar sights for cricketing fans across the country. Kedar Jadhav. It's a good delivery, that's a beautiful delivery. Inviting the batter to play in the front foot. He knows, Siddiq knows that Kedar is a quality player and room for error or margin for error is really less. Impressive bowling from the left arm spinner. Really mixing the pace. That's a pickup shot, that's a beautiful looking shot out of the stadium. This is where experience comes in handy. Kedar Jadhav has played a magnificent looking shot. Kedar Jadhav shifting those gears, producing an impact. And that's clever bowling from Siddiq. Two quality players going against each other. Will be a battle to watch out for. Kedar Jadhav has already hit a 6 in this over. Can we see some more fireworks there? That's a great way to end the over. Only 7 runs came off it. Even the 6 hasn't made a lot of impact. This is quality performance from Siddiq Singh. After 9 overs, the score is 82 for 1. Farooq coming in for the second over. Bowls it outside the off stump. Work for the fielder who cuts it off. But 2 runs has been taken quite comfortably there. A That's a good ball. Worked on the onside. Now guys will cut it off. Just for a single. That brings back the experienced campaigner. Kedar Jadhav back on strike. Legend of the game, a stalwart of the game, no doubt about that. Ball goes up in the air. Will that be the second wicket for Farooq? Yes, it is. Is that a drop chance? Absolutely unbelievable. Would have never expected that from a wicketkeeper who had his gloves on. Will this be the game-changing moment today? Because that could have been the prize wicket of Kedar Jadhav. Is Pondicherry going to pay huge for that fatal mistake? Quality bowling has to be commended from Farooq, but would not have expected his wicketkeeper to drop that catch. Was almost a sitter with the gloves on. He took a wonderful catch earlier on. Plays it really late. Cuts it off for just 2 runs. A great over. This so far from Farooq.
Who's the keeper? Yeah, sure.
Last ball of this particular over. We have seen so much of drama in this one. A drop catch that could have been a game-changing one. Really unfortunate for Farooq. Kedar Jadhav gets one his way. After first half of the first innings, the score is 89 for 1.
Sorry, great. Sorry. Sorry, okay. Sorry, okay. Sorry, okay.
Siddiq Singh for his third over.
Sorry, okay.
Pawan Ankit has already finished his 50.
Okay.
Has been a wonderful innings so far from this right-hander. Opened the innings and start off in tremendous fashion. Flow of runs has definitely been restricted by Pondicherry bowlers towards the later half. But will that drop chance get really expensive for Pondicherry? That's a beautiful shot. Don't even bother running that. That's boundary all the way. See the Gurvinder Singh bowling it flatter, giving enough room for Kedar Jadhav, and somebody of his quality is never going to miss out on that. Slashed hard. Magnificent use of the bottom hand and picked the gap perfectly. Ball is up in the air. Will this be a wicket? Yes, it is. The prize wicket of Kedar Jadhav picked up by none other than Siddha Gurvinder Singh. And now Yesha Avinash Jadhav can definitely have a sigh of relief as the second wicket goes down. Kedar Jadhav is back in the dugout. Siddiq with the breakthrough. Second wicket goes down. Siddharth Matre is a new batter, a left-hander in the centre. Siddiq to Siddharth. Fourth ball of the 11th over. It's a good delivery. Pondicherry won't mind the singles coming at the moment. On the other hand, the strike has been given back to Bhavan and Keith. Started his innings in some of the tremendous fashion, but has been off the strike for a while. A lot of responsibility lies on his shoulders as his team will be eyeing on him to make most of the destruction. Last ball of the 11th over. Siddha coming over the wicket for the left-hander. Open onside field there. He can pick his cap, but not trying something fancy. Takes only a single, and with that, a wonderful over from Siddha comes to an end. After 11, the score is 97 for 2. This will be an interesting battle. A left-hander against an off-break bowler. We all know the class and elegance of Farooq and how dangerous he can be when he bowls in the right areas. Could have easily got 2 wickets, but was really unfortunate where the wicket keeper dropped one of the easier chances out there. But now we have Kedar Jadhav back in the dugout. Siddharth is the batsman. It's a good looking shot. Work for the fielder, who cuts it off eventually. Just a single there. Doing the right thing. Maharashtra players just making sure that they rotate the strike, not doing something fancy. Also, in the context of the game, this is a stage where they can take their time, build a partnership, and try to face their innings towards the later half, where they can look for those big shots. Will this be a wicket? Yes, it is. The fielder was rightly placed for that particular shot, and we have to give a lot of credit to Farooq for picking up that wicket. This is where experience comes in handy. Second wicket of the day for him. A wonderful catch there by Agas Anand Kargave, it seems.
This was terrific batting.
Farooq amongst those wickets today. Could have been his third wicket, but he has been really good. Bowling in the right areas, not giving a lot of weight to the batters, and also producing those price wickets. And now we have two new batters in the center. Nikhil Naik, and the player with a wealth of experience up his sleeves. That's another good delivery, looking for that 2 runs, but a wonderful effort from Bhupendra, just cuts it off for a single there. Great effort there by the fast bowler. Another impressive over from Farooq, the tall off-break bowler. Has been a significant part of the Pondicherry side over the years. That's another good fielding effort, keeping it down just for a single. Another good over from Farooq. 2.4 overs, 17 for 2. He has been economical, yes, and he has also picked up 2 wickets. That includes the price wicket of Bhavan and Keith. Quicker delivery, tried to slash it, but a wonderful fielding effort, keeps it down just for a dot ball. One more ball left in this over. Farooq has been nothing short of magnificent today. Will only get a single for that. In fact, they're looking for 2 runs and will get that quite comfortably in the end. With those 2 runs, over number 12 comes to an end. The score is 102 for 3. Change in the bowling, Bharat Bhushan brought back into the attack, coming from the pavilion end. That's a good decision by the captain. You have seen that left-hander out there in the centre. Good delivery. Never gives a lot of room for batters to free their arms. Always a clever bowler, always a tough bowler to go hard against. Coming with a new hairstyle is Bharat Bhushan. Aggressive field set on the offside. There is a catching covers in position. Backward point, third man inside the circle. Only 2 fielders outside the circle on the offside. A solid start to the over by Bharat Bhushan. 2 runs so far. Siddharth Matre batting on 5 from 5 deliveries. Gets one down the leg side. That was a poor delivery from Bharat Bhushan, not the best of his standards. Completely unexpected from the bowler of his quality. Was drifting down the leg side. Just had to put bat on ball and Siddharth Matre got plenty. Gets rewarded with a boundary. Coming around the wicket. Plays it really late, plays it really well. In the gap, back-to-back boundaries. Bharat Bhushan for the first time today put under the pump. Not the best of deliveries there, but credit has to be given for the batter. It was a pickup shot executed to perfection there. That's a good delivery, but is it angling down the leg side? Yes, it is. A rather expensive over. Would give some sort of momentum for the Maharashtra batters. That's a huge appeal, but the umpire is not at all interested. Would definitely be drifting down the leg side, missing the leg stick by fair margin. But that's a good comeback. Need plenty more of those. Last ball of the 13. Already 113 on the board. Plays it really late. Sweeper fielder will cut it off just for a single there. 12 runs came off this over. After 13, the score is 114 for 3. Last over for Farooq. Again trying to play some mind games with the batter. That's a huge appeal. Has been signalled a leg bye. And that's been asked for a referral there.
Referral?
இதுக்கப்புறம் கட்டாங்களா
லெக் ஸ்டம்ப் போட்டுங்க கார்டு லெக் ஸ்டம்ப் பேட்ஸ்மேன் லெக் ஸ்டம்ப் பேட்ஸ்மேன் லெக் ஸ்டம்ப் ஓகே இந்த பால் வந்து மீன்குள்ளே பிச் பண்ணணும் காலில் போடுதா
முடியும்.
உள்ள போகணும் போகணும் போடுங்க. ப்ளீஸ் ஸ்டாண்ட் பை. முடிச்சோம் இல்லையா? Umpire will rejects out. Ball pitching on the stumps. Impact on the stumps. Review retained.
Third wicket of the day for Farooq. He's a man on a mission. Farooq with the breakthrough. He picks up the wicket of Siddhar. Pondicherry getting some momentum towards the later half of the innings. Another good delivery that by Farooq. Just a single. The new batter is immediately off the mark with a single. Then Raj Shinde. And now with two right-handers in the centre. We might see Siddhar Gurvinda in the next over. Will that be a fourth wicket? Yes, it is. It has been that sort of a day for Farooq. Everything he has touched has turned out to gold. And his surprise wicket of Nikhil Naik. What a tremendous bowling performance this has been. Absolutely magnificent from Farooq. Fifth wicket goes down and half of their batters are back in the dugout. Everything happening in the way of Farooq today. We saw a drop catch earlier where he could have got a wicket of Kedar Jadhav, but he hasn't stopped from there. He picked up yet another 3 wickets, making it 4 in his tally. Fifth wicket goes down. And Asim Kasi is the new batter. Another left-hander. So this is going to be a wonderful batter, a left-hander against Farooq. There is a slip in position. That's a beautiful delivery.
சரி அனுப்பிச்சிருங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அனுப்பிச்சிருங்க
But this time it would have been missing the leg stick. They're not going for that referral.
இல்ல நாளைக்கு பண்ணுங்க
But what in all of this
நாளைக்கு பண்ணுங்க
from Farooq?
9:30 மேல 9:30
3.5 overs, 20 for 4.
நாளைக்கு அனுப்பிச்சிருங்க Thank you.
He has been simply magnificent today. That's a beautiful way to end the over. A wonderful, wonderful spell from Farooq Ahmed comes to an end. In fact, there is one ball left in this over. Asim Kasi yet to take that single. Finishes his over with giving away a single. A remarkable spell. A spell of experience and class of Farooq comes to an end. He ends his 4-over quota, just giving away 21 runs and picking up 4 wickets. 14 overs done and dusted. The score is 160 for 5. As expected, Siddharth Gurvinder Singh has been brought back. He's the one who took the wicket, the most important wicket of Kedar Jadhav. Let's see how he adjusts his game against a left-hander. Open onside field,
Once again.
long on mid-wicket, square leg all outside the circle. Oh, that was another chance, not the easiest of ones. Two runs taken quite comfortably in the end. Siddharth was not the happiest man out there in the center. Again, that's the beauty of a delivery. That will be 4 runs of Bice. That was a glorious delivery. Not the best of efforts there by Yashar Arshadar. We got a feel for the bowler. It was a peach of a delivery from Siddharth Gurvinder Singh. But unfortunately, the keeper was not able to collect that. And the ball has raced away.
We can bowl also.
Sir, 11 minutes
This time, way outside the off stump for a wide delivery. Cut away in the gap, but just a single. Good delivery this. Doing the right thing, Siddharth. Not giving a lot of air to the ball, just drifting the ball away from the right hander, in fact the left hander. And now this is going to be an interesting battle as we are seeing a left arm spinner against a right hand batter. He's a clever bowler, he is a thinking bowler, so he's definitely courageous enough to give enough light for this delivery. An aggressive outside field, covers inside the circle. Good ball, worked on the onside. Not going for that big shot, just a single there. Another wonderful over from Siddharth. We would expect from somebody of his standard to produce few more good deliveries, not giving a lot of width. around the wicket to the left-hander. Bowls it slightly slower, punches it away through the covers. Good effort there by the fielder, cuts it down for 2 runs. Another clinical over this from Siddharth Singh. He has only given away 4 runs so far. In the block hole, that was an attempt at Yorker. Not easy to put away. Not happy with the effort of Bharat Bhushan there. With those 2 runs, over number 15 comes to an end. Maharashtra 129 for 5. Changing the bowling, Bharat Bhushan has been brought back. Just a single there. Brings the left-hander back on strike. Bharat Bhushan has been slightly on the expensive side today. Gave away plenty of runs in his last over, so he will be looking to take a wicket or 2. An ideal condition for him with the new batter down there in the center, that too a left-hander, Varad Shinde. That's not the best of deliveries, but gets away with that. On any other day, that could have been a maximum or a boundary, but this time the new batter was not able to find enough bat on board. Just takes that single.
Having a cricket match officiating, I'll put the call now and text me, I'll talk later.
That's a good delivery. Very well played. These singles are definitely not going to hurt the Pondicherry side. They will be desperate to prevent those boundaries. On the other hand, Dhanraj and Asim has got a huge responsibility up their sleeves, as all of their top order batters are back in the dugout. Maharashtra side will be expecting a lot from these two. Not the ideal of situations for them. That's a wonderful looking shot. And a great fielding effort. Impressive effort there by the fielder in the long on reach. Looked like Akash Bukarendi. That was a glorious effort, preventing 2 runs, in fact 3 runs for his side. Good delivery, played off the soft hands. Single taken quite easily in the end. A good over from Bharat Bhushan comes to an end. Flow of runs has been restricted to just 134 after 16 overs. Bhupendra Chauhan has been brought back. Most probably we'll be seeing 4 overs of pace here. 2 from Bhupendra and 2 from Vishal Kokar. Can Maharashtra produce a fight back? A lot depends on these two batters out there in the center. They have been batting for a while, so it is up to them to shift those gears and put enough runs on the board. On the other hand, Pondicherry will be looking for yet another wicket of either Dhanraj Shinde or Asim Kasi. Bhupendra has been expensive of his first 2. Starts the over with an over pitch delivery work for Akash, who does a wonderful job. Great effort there by Akash Pugarendi. Cuts it down just for a single. Round of applause from the captain there. It's a wonderful effort by Akash. Bhupendra not looking really comfortable in the center. That's again not the best of deliveries, drifting down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire. They can't afford to give away those extras at the moment. Momentum is in the favor of Pondicherry side, so they have to continue doing what they have done best today. Bowl in the right areas, try to contain the flow of runs and try to restrict them to a score that is chaseable. Maybe something around 160, 165. If anything, not more than that. That's a good looking shot. Goes straight to the hands of Farooq just for a single. So far a decent over from Bhupendra. Yet to consider boundary in this. Has been really expensive in his first 2. On the other hand, we haven't seen the best of Dhanraj or Asim Kasi. Both of them has been batting there for a while. It's a good delivery in the block hole. Absolutely unplayable. This is where experience comes in handy. Bhupendra Chauhan is a seasoned campaigner. He knows how to execute his plans. And bowling in the dead overs can always be tricky because you never know how the batter is going to approach the game against you. That's a massive shot. A magnificent looking shot out of the park. Was right there in the slot. Was asking to be hit. And got the treatment, Bhupendra. Was an ordinary delivery there. Would have expected a much better approach from your fast bowler. But that was easy pickings for the standard of Dhanraj. Put away in giant fashion. 2 balls still left in the over. Are we eyeing for an expensive one here? 8 runs have come out so far. Dhanraj batting on 12, Asim Kasi batting on 11. Bhupendra in his 3rd over. Started off this over in a decent manner and now has conceded a 6. Change in angles, change in guard as Bhupendra comes around the wicket to the right hander. In We're trying to bowl it as much away from the hitting arc. Executed that well, but should have been slightly. It's a decent enough ball, not doing a major damage. Singles and doubles are acceptable at this stage of the game. Scorecard is 145. 11 runs came off this over already. Again, not the best of deliveries from the bowler. 2 runs taken quite comfortably there. An expensive over from Bhupendra comes to an end. After 70, the score is 147 for 5. Bharat Bhushan in for his last. Doing a decent over last over, but this time he's taken to the cleaners there. That's a wonderfully played shot. Superb use of the bottom hand and picked that up really well. First ball 6. Place it on the offside. Work for the fielder who does a wonderful job. But couldn't commit to that delivery. Takes 2 runs quite comfortably there. 8 runs already from the first 2 deliveries, so it is working in the favour of the batting side at the moment. Asim Kasi batting on 19 from 14 and then Raj Shinde batting on 16 from 10. Both of them putting up a show. It's a wonderful delivery. Well kept by Yesh Avinash Chadha. That's a dream delivery for any off-break bowler bowling against a left-hander. Great fielding effort that. Never easy against your own bowling, but he was really quick to prevent that single. A good comeback, a commendable comeback this by Bharat Bhushan after conceding a 6 off the first ball. Will that go all the way? There is protection in the deep. Who keeps it down for just 2 runs. Huge round of applause for the fielder who does a wonderful job in keeping it down for just 2 runs. Could have been a boundary any other day. Another decent over in the context of the game for Bharat Bhushan. If he ends this over, maybe giving away 1 or 2, of, if anything, not more than that. If he gives away 4 or about or 6, this is going to be an expensive one. Just that single of the last ball. 11 came of this over. The score is 158 for 5.
உட்காந்து பிரேம் கொடுங்க ஸ்டம்ப் உட்காந்து தெரியல அந்த இது கேது விண்டோ இல்லை
Bubendra has been handed for the opportunity to bowl the penultimate over of the game. He will be definitely under some pressure since he has already given away 37 runs already. Can he make a wicket? Plays it straight down to Agas for a single. The bowling around the wicket to the right hander, so we can expect that short ball coming into play. Also, he'll be bowling much away outside the off stump, just like that. But easy pickings that for the batter, was bowled in the slot, asking to be hit, and he had no hesitation in putting that away. It was a poor delivery that from Bubendra. Not looking really comfortable out there in the center. That's not the best of Bubendra we have seen today. He's a much better bowler than that. But today, nothing has worked in his favour. Missing his line and length, missing his areas, loose balls, freebies. Good to see Farooq having a word with it. 4 balls left in this over. Again, balls one outside the off stump. This time the batter tries to reach out for it, takes a single. Eight runs off this over already with 3 balls left. Can we see some more hits? Put away, but straight to the fielder. First wicket for Bubendra today. Has been really expensive, but now gets rewarded with a wicket. And that to the wicket of Dhanraj Shinde. As 6th wicket goes down, Dhanraj departs after making 16 on the board.
Harvey Cooler போயிட்டு Harvey Cooler போயிட்டு ஃபாரின் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எவ்வளோ தெரிஞ்சிருக்காங்க லைக் நேபாள் எங்கே வந்தாங்கன்னா அவங்க நேம் ரூம் நம்பர் உடனே வேணும் ஆள் கேட்குறாங்க ஜஸ்ட் சுதாகரன் இருப்பான் நம்பிக்கையில் நேபாள்காரங்க மோஸ்ட்லி இருப்பாங்க வேறு யாரும் தெரிஞ்சிருக்க மாட்டாங்க அவங்க நேமும் அவங்களுடைய ரூம் நம்பர் உடனே எனக்கு வேணும் இமீடியட்டாக எனக்கு வேணும் ஓகேவா check the WhatsApp group immediately and reply me. Or if you want, how many students are staying foreign from our hostel actually. Check the hostel group WhatsApp message and reply me immediately. Okay.
Vijay Pawale is the new batter. That's a good, brilliantly executed slower delivery from Bubendra Chauhan. This time the batter had no clue whatsoever. Has been a decent enough over this from Bubendra. Started off giving away a 6 but has come back really well, picked up a wicket. And now bowling to the new batter who hasn't settled in.
Yes.
That will be called a wide. Easy decision for the umpire there. Good fight back by Pondicherry. The first few overs went for plenty. It was a great start to the proceedings by Bandari Mandar and Bhavan and Keith. Both of the wickets were taken by Farooq. That's a good ball to end the over. Another change of pace. With that, over number 19 comes to end. The score is 167 for 6. After being put into bat, a strong opening partnership between Bandari Mandar and Bhavan and Keith gave a lot of momentum for the batting side. After that, it was one man called Farooq who made all sorts of impact, taking 4 wickets today. Siddharth Gurvinda also coming in and picking up the prize wicket of Kedar Jadhav, who was really looking dangerous out there in the centre. Later on, we have seen some cameos from Dandal Shinde and Asim Kasi. Last over of the first innings will be bowled by Vishal Kokar.
Very good. Okay. Sorry.
Third over for him. And that's Shinde the batter on strike. In fact, it seems like Vijay Pavle on strike for the last over. Good delivery that, taking the pace off, bowling it outside the hitting arc of the batter. Clever thinking by the fast bowler. This is the beauty of fast bowling. It's not only about using all your pace but also using your variations, taking the pace off. That's a marvelous shot. Picked that one beautifully. That's a courageous looking shot from the batter of Dhanraj Shinde. Look at the way he has played that shot with a lot of confidence and elegance. Powerful shot.
Okay.
4 balls left in the over. Vishal Kokar put under the pump. Again flicked away. Don't bother running that. That's a 6. Back-to-back 6s. That was bowled on the pads. Asking to be hit.
ரிவ்யூ பண்ணது யாரு?
ரிவ்யூவா? எதுவுமே கேட்கலையே.
ரிவ்யூ பண்ணது யாருமா? பேட்டிங் டீமா?
சார் 2 முடிச்சிடலாம் ஆக்சுவலா.
2 முடிச்சிட்டோம் உங்களுக்கு.
சொல்லுங்க கால் கேட்கல.
சார்
ரிவ்யூ பார்த்துட்டா உங்களுக்கு?
இல்ல ரிவ்யூ ரெடி ஆயிடுச்சு.
ஓகே. இட்ஸ் a fair delivery ma.
இது சார். ஓகே.
சொல்லி என்ன
That's a good ball, but put away. That's a magnificent shot by Dhanraj. This is turning out to be a real expensive over from Vishal Kokar. 16 runs giveaway. We have seen what happened earlier today. Monu Kumar gave away 28 runs of the last over. And that was the difference between Vidarbha and Jharkhand. It was a close encounter, but that over made a lot of difference between the two sides. On the other hand, with 2 balls left in this over, this is already turning out to be an expensive one. Will that be a wicket? Work for Farooq, who does a wonderful job. Kept his eyes on the ball and pouches it really well. First wicket for Vishal Kokar. And a destructive innings from Dhanraj Shinde comes to an end. "35 of just 16 deliveries with 4 sixes. This has been a fantastic innings from Dhanraj Shinde.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் லைன்
Last ball of T20.
லாஸ்ட் பாலா
Underway.
இப்பயா
இந்த பால் லைவ்
Okay.
Over the wicket, last ball. Vishal Kokar. Bowls really good one. And they're looking to take those 2 runs. And the wicket has been taken off the last ball. 184 on the board for Maharashtra. Has been a great batting display. Started off by Mandar and Bhavan Ankit. And a wonderful display towards the later half by Dhanraj Shinde and Asim Kasi. Putting up a wonderful total of 184 on the board. On the other hand, it has been a great performance from Farooq, picking up 4 wickets, only giving away 21 runs.
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, can I
After first innings, the score is 184 for 7.
Because
And once Pondicherry comes into bat,
hostels,
they require 185 runs off the 20 overs.
Foreign candidate, we have to go back to academic section. From there, it is certificate, sir. So can I give one morning, sir? If you don't mind. Okay, right, sir. Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
கலையில் பக்கத்தில் பக்கத்தில் வீடியோஸ் சொன்னாங்க